And there you have it with the speaker now in place. The foam is on the front. This is ready to get the door panel back on. That wire goes through that little notch. He's taped it up so that it looks factory. That piece I was talking about that this is going to couple with is this little line right here. We want that 6x9 to just come right up and direct all its sound through this grill. If the sound doesn't do that, you can waste some of the energy and lose some of the cool mid bass, which we don't want to do, right? Because that's why we're going with these cool aftermarket speakers. Sadly, I can't tell you how many times we get cars in, 911s and services and like that, where they put really expensive mid bass in the door, and there's like a gap like this big between the front of the speaker and the door panel, and all that is just causing the door panel to rattle and buzz. If you don't want your door panel to rattle and buzz, make sure it couples somehow, some way with that door panel. Let's take a look at what is going into the rear of the vehicle. Moving on to the rear door, what do we have, Fernando?
The rear door is similar as the front door. Has the same screws, same clips. The only difference is in this part right here. This one actually is missing. Different clips, but same idea.
So that's like the sail panel.
Correct.
That piece right there.
So we're gonna go clip right there. Remove your carpet. Grab your pry tool. This one actually has bigger clips. Then from there, I like to remove door switches. As you see, pull it out. Put it up, white clip in the top, green, and your door panel is out. Unplug your speaker bracket, same screws, 310 millimeters, and your speaker is out.
All right, let's go take a look at these and what we're gonna replace them with. For rear speakers, we're gonna do these guys right here. They are the KFC-X174 6.5 inch coaxial speakers. Flipping the box over and looking at the back, similar to the bracket that comes with our 6x9s, this does come with a somewhat universal 6.5 inch mount. They show you it here for GM, Chrysler. It is also just, if you break off all these tabs, a 1/4 inch spacer. However, the one thing it will not work in is a Toyota. For that, you will need a bracket, this guy here, to emulate the factory speaker mounts. This is the 6.5. It has a butyl rubber surround. It has that same comb material that the front 6x9 has a giant silk soft dome tweeter located right here. That's why it has these over the top of them to protect you from putting your finger in there and smashing it down. I know people want to do that. Giant magnet on the back, but let's compare this to the factory speaker and what we're taking out of the car. Similar to the front speaker, it has this little tiny Neo magnet composite basket. This one has a cloth surround, paper cone, that foam to match up to the door panel. It's really not an impressive speaker at all. This is what we're going to be putting in, comparing the two. The bracket brings the speaker out to about the same, so just a little piece of foam on this is all you're going to need to get it in there. Depth wise is the exact depth as the factory. You can see from the back, very monster, very big. This speaker, something else about this speaker that's unique is it is biampable. If you wanted to run a 4-channel amp to this, you could. The tweeter wire runs through this piece right here. You can remove this foam, easily get to it. The capacitor for the tweeter is located right here, so you could remove these two wires and make this biamped if you want. Biamp simply just means instead of using the passive crossover on it, you go to a outboard 4-channel amplifier and use it to power the whole speaker. Let's get this over to the car and Fernando can finish it up. What he's done to this to prep it is we've put foam here on the back. It does not come with that. You will need it. And then foam on the front. If you're looking to figure out what foam you need, if you head over to DNF Tool Drawer, that's dnftooldrawer.com, you can find foam and also a lot of the tools that we use in these videos to do the installation. And the first of the rear speakers is done. We added the foam like we talked about. Bracket mounted in place, attached. That's it. Ready to put the door panel back on?
Yes, sir.
Green on the bottom, white on top.
So that is done.
Start with sliding it in from the top first.
Sometimes in this corner right here, the clips, as you see, this one kind of like pops out. Make sure it's in. Put your screws in and done.
For the dash speakers, because they're active, we have to run our own wires to them. What we like to do is make a cool twisted pair and cover it in braided loom and bring it into the dash. In this case, it's a mid-range, so we're gonna use blue. And we have a white with blue, which is the driver's, and a gray with blue, which is the passenger. You all set and ready to go?
Yes.
So we use insulated female ends. There's a small and a large as far as the size go to denote positive and negative. Negative is the smaller one.
We also add the foam in the bottom that comes with the Kenwood kit.
Put the screws back in just like you did when you took them out. We mount our amplifier, we don't know where yet. 4 wires will come up in the dash, 2 for the mid-bass, 2 for the mid-range.